His Excellency Professor Peter Nyong'o, Minister of Medical Services, Government of Kenya, dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all of you. I just take 2 to 3 minutes to brief you because most of the issues which we have in our mind and which we intend to implement over the next 2 to 3 years to take to our regulatory agency to a different level, a level where it can be counted amongst the most matured and the developed organizations in the world like USFDA, MHRA or EMA. One of the issues which has been now deliberated, discussed at various forums is taking over of COPP by the CDSCO from 1st of October 2009. I'll just briefly share that what's in our mind so that we can share our and even exchange our thoughts after I have finished and been through with it. Now this taking over of COPP, this was discussed over last 1 year because this has been repeatedly been brought to our notice by WHO that we should be doing something about it because there was state-to-state variation in the way the certificates were being issued, and this was creating a confusion in the global scenario. And we know exports is one area where the Indian pharma industry has done extremely well. The exports have shown 30% of growth even during the time of recession. It has gone from 29,000 crores to almost 89, the latest figure is 39,000 crores. So it's a stupendous growth. This confusion had to be dealt with and dealt with very swiftly. So we took up this issue in Drugs Consultative Committee. We brought it to the notice of all the state drug controllers that we at CDSCO intend to take up this activity. Let me clarify over here that there is no provision under Drugs and Cosmetics Act for COPP. This is not a statutory obligation either between the center or the state. It is a requirement of WHO. There is a TRS series in which the format is given, and it is clearly specified in that the National Regulatory Authority of the country will issue the COPP. And here the NRA is CDSCO. This responsibility had been delegated